On the ESPN pre-show, they had mentioned that Florian may be Gomi's first opponent. Is that...
Yeah, it could be. There's a lot of guys in that division that could fight Gomi. I don't know.
Can you elaborate on how that went about getting Takanori into the UFC?
We've been talking to him for a long time. I'm sure you guys have noticed he's been to like 3 or 4 fights. So we've been negotiating with him for a while. I think he was batting back and forth trying to get some crazy Japanese money, from one of those shows. And I think at one point he did. I don't know what happened, but we've consistently been trying to get him. We've been interested in him for a while. Been talking to him, so finally got it done.
Do you get a sense that it's lighting the fire underneath him to train more?
Yeah. Well, I think when he came to his first show, I say this all the time. When you see the UFC on TV, it's one thing, but when you're here live, it's a great show and it's a lot of energy, and it turns a lot of people around when they first come to the live event. And they're like, "Holy shit, this is so different than watching it on TV." And a lot of those guys that came over originally from Pride and these other organizations, when they leave, and I talk to them, they're like, "Man, I got to fight here. at least got to fight here once." Even what's his name? Me and Joe Silva love this guy, the real Rumina Sato. Rumina has come over here a couple times. He's like, "God, I'd love to fight here. I'd love to just fight one fight." Kid Yamamoto too. So.
What was your reaction to Ishii? You went so hard after him, and then they put him up against a veteran, and he loses.
It wasn't that we went hard after him. We were interested in him, and we were willing to help build him over here and everything else. And I kept telling him, don't do the Japanese thing and go in and do some crazy fighting, but they threw a shitload of money at that kid. So when he came back to us and told us, I said, take the money then. If that's what you want to do, take the money. I said, if you want to really take a run at this and try to become a UFC fighter and try to, then come with us and we'll do this thing the right way. We'll get you in the right camp, get you training. I'd have put him up at AKA or something and got him in a good camp. And he took the money. He took the cash. And now you saw what happened.
I think the New Year's show was a freak show. Would you characterize that as a freak show? 7 or 8 hour show?
8 hours.
To be honest with you, the only thing that I know about that show that I've heard is that Aoki broke some guy's arm and then started flipping him off. That's all I know. Huh?
Do you have an opinion on that?
No. No. Crazy shit happens sometimes. Listen, did he hate the guy or something?
Yeah,
they hated each other?
Yeah. The promotion versus promotion thing emotions got high.
Yeah, it happens. It's a fight business, man. Let me tell you what. This isn't fucking baseball or one of these other sports, man. Sometimes these guys hate each other. When you break a guy's arm that you hate, you flip him off and let him know you're glad you broke his arm, I guess. It happens sometimes. It's not the greatest sportsmanship, and we don't love it. But, that guy is terrible. He's a horrible man, and he should be this or that, and shouldn't fight anywhere. It's just the fight business, man. Crazy stuff happens in the fight business sometimes. 90% of these guys are real classy and do the right thing. And, I was happy with Paul Daly's interview, after the fight. He was cool, and then he came in here and fucked it all up. But but he was great after the fight.
What are the politics of trying to steal away their stars? The Japanese stars. If you tried to go in and get an Aoki, you got to Gomi, but obviously he must have been out of contract.
No,
how complicated is it?
I haven't been trying to steal their stars,
If you wanted to.
I don't know. I mean, what's important to a lot of these Japanese guys are being seen as heroes and everything in Japan, and the problem is with all the stuff that's been going on between us and Japan is that, these guys don't get the exposure over there that they do if they fight there, even if it's in one of the shittier shows over there. And it's so bad over there, that if these guys leave Japan, they're looked down upon by the other gyms and, all the, dudes with tattoos over there. They don't like it, and they make life very rough for them over there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Kid Yamamoto. Is there still a chance of getting him into the WEC?
I love that kid, but he just got beat. He just right? Didn't he just get knocked out?
Yeah. He didn't get knocked out. He lost decision.
Oh, he did. But did he get knocked out before that?
Yep. Oh, in a kickboxing match, not an MMA fight. Yeah.
Still not good. Getting knocked out isn't good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like him. We'll see what happens. I would have rather he came right over.
You going Saturday? Or
Musasi's a guy that a lot of people have pegged as one of the best young fighters. Good personality. He's just on a roll.
Yeah.
But as long as he's with M1, is it pretty much safe to assume that he'll never be in the UFC?
No, I wouldn't say that he never would be. It's not that I don't want to talk to M1, and I want to get this shit done. I want him and I want Fedor. I want to do it. And I never say never. So, like I said, they can call me right now. We can start talking and try to figure this thing out. But I'd love to get Musashi in here. He should be. Deserves to be.
Are you impressed with him?
Huh? Yeah. I like him. I've said it many times. You know, I like him a lot. I'd love to get him in here and try him out with some of these other guys.
When's the last time you talked to someone from M1?
More recently than you would think.
Really? Can you shed some light on that?
Did you guys ever have a shot at Musashi? Like a real shot?
I think we did, yeah. I think we did with that whole affliction thing, but, you know, again, it's more than just signing a guy with that whole deal, you know. I don't know how much decision-making those guys have in their own careers.